We are going live. We are live.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Facor's release party for Into the Glen, both versions. We've got Into the Light and Under the Shade. So we have all Facor employees here so far. Aslan's
We're only
our
missing
blog
one.
girl. Lily and I are the owners. So we're missing one of our interns, but we at least have one of them with us.
Yes.
I tried. I was like, I'm going to try to be there for this. I'm not usually big on live things, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, well, welcome to Facor because we do these at least once a month.
Awesome.
It seems like it anyway.
Well, at least this year we did. What are you doing? Excuse me, my puppers is wanting attention. Hold on.
Oh, we've got one of the authors from Into the Glen coming in.
Hi, Victor.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Patty. How are you?
Good. Hopefully, we will have more authors join us.
Hopefully.
Let's
But I'm
see if
glad
we
that
can-
Victor was able to join us. That's at least one of us, one of our authors in the book able to be here.
Yes.
Stop sounding like I'm stepping on my own words.
I don't know. Tish actually said she might stop by.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So, Victor, what was your inspiration for your story?
Well, Snow White was an inspiration, and fairies, of course. So it kind of sprang from a place, the image, the cover art, which I saw early in the month of May, I believe, that served as a strong inspiration. And if you go through the story, you'll find a close connection between the place I have created and that image. So that I would call a stronger inspiration than the Snow White story. So it's centered around that place itself, the image in the cover art. The place lighting up at night, the magic, unfurling itself with the elves, the fairies, the trolls. They all getting into a different. How do I say it? So they have been pushed into the forest, by the emergence of democracy and the government's rule. So without their knowledge, the magic of the woods, it materializes into something even they aren't aware of. And the place lights up exactly like the cover art of our Into the Glen. I mean, Under the Shade. So that's a very strong inspiration. I mean, every time I felt like I need something, a reference image, just to think, just to visualize it vividly, I would get back to that image, and I would have the answers basically.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull some people in. Keely apparently thought it was at 7. Oh, did I see a little face?
Yes.
Yeah, she's curious. They're saying hi.
I always love it when little faces appear. That makes everything fun.
Oh, yeah.
She's obsessed with cameras.
Well, that's not a
Always.
bad thing.
No, that's a good thing that she likes cameras. My children hated them.
Mine too.
You want to hear? Well, I'm going to have to take it right back.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Yeah?
Hello.
How old are you? She's 5.
She's 5.
Nice.
She's cute.
Thanks. So she's a handful.
All 5-year-olds are a handful. That's just part of being 5.
Oh yeah.
I have a 5-year-old cat, and he's a handful. Unfortunately, here at my house, the only little ones I have fur. Oh, you can't even see this one. What are you doing?
Oof.
There she is. You can kind of see her. There she is.
She's
So
cute.
hi, everybody. No. Hi. Oh, this is her.
That's the fun thing about lives. You always get faces of
This is
people
my-
and animals popping in.
Yep. This is my baby. She doesn't like a lot of people, so I think all the voices are freaking her out.
That's possible.
All right. All right, you can go back under there. Here.
Oh, we have Keely.
There you go. There she is.
Yeah.
That's-
Hi, Keely.
Hi.
Hi.
I thought it said
Come
7.
in? Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
There we go.
No.
Hi, Keely.
Hi.
Oh, you can stay on. You can stay unmuted, honey. That's the glory of us doing lives.
Okay, I was like, I'm so used to muting myself every 2 minutes. I'm like, okay.
No, we'll let everybody know if we need to mute. Usually we only do that like if we have authors, like if they want to read like part of their story or something, then we have everybody mute.
Okay.
So we want to give everybody a little bit of time because it could take a bit of time. What time is it where Ivor is? Do you think he'll pop on?
I don't know. He's in Australia, so
I know.
when we're having night, he's having morning. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it depends on how his morning is doing, right?
Right.
I would not want to do that presentable that early in the morning.
Oh no, there's no way you would get me and Patty on that early.
God, no.
No,
I didn't wake up
Not-
till 1 o'clock.
not morning people.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed till noon, so for me, this is kind of early.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've got a weird sleep schedule.
Oh,
That's putting it mildly.
yeah.
So, Keely, tell us about your story. What inspired it?
So I have this weird fixation on anything Alice in Wonderland. And so I was like, I wanted to create like an Alice in Wonderland type of universe, I guess. And I'm also absolutely terrified of cobras. Like, they scare the living crap out of me. I don't know why. I'm okay with most snakes. For some reason, cobras.
What is it with people adding things in their stories that they're terrified of? Why would you do that to yourself?
To deal with you being afraid of something? I don't know.
I don't know. I loved your story. It was great.
It really was.
I write with a voice typer, so a lot of times weird cluster fucks happen. So going forward, I will try and write everything by hand, or at least in small bits that I can edit.
Thank you. The story. I mean, the story was cute though, and you should have told me that it was based on Alice in Wonderland. I would have read it completely differently.
Yeah, I have a weird obsession with the book itself. I hate the movie, but the book is awesome. And I have like Alice in Wonderland stuff all over my bedroom. I'm 31 years old. Should probably not do that, but it's okay.
Hey, Keely, let us tell you something, okay? I am 50. Do you see what's behind me? Fairies.
Okay. Yes.
Wait,
So have fun.
as far as we're concerned, you're never too old for
Anything.
anything.
Okay, cool.
I'm still trying to convince my 17-year-old daughter that, she's like, well, maybe I should put away my toys. No. If if it makes you happy, whatever it is, if it makes you happy, do it.
And
Yep.
There is far
Exactly.
too little happiness in this world to put away
Exactly.
something because it makes you happy.
And the thing is, too, is that you have to think about it, especially those. Our company, I don't know if you guys have realized it or not, is very big on mental health. support and, you know, and visibility, that kind of goes with what you're saying, Keely. It's like, you know, especially those of us that have either health issues or mental health issues, you need to do and have around you what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And if Alice in Wonderland makes you happy and helps you get through the day,
Yeah.
then there you go. I mean, come on, look, Aslan's got cat ears on.
Oh,
So, I mean, you
and
know,
they're RGB, so they light up and change colors.
Oh, that's awesome.
but my ears aren't working at the moment. So I was like, well, what's the point in wearing them if I can't have them, you know, flashy? So I got to replace the batteries. But yeah, don't ever be ashamed of what you like, ever. I have learned that the hard way. Nope.
Yeah.
So, all right, Aslan. Oh, she doesn't have her headphones on. It's your turn. You need to tell us what your story was about, or
Well,
what your.
Aslan wasn't actually in this one. She's going to be in the next one.
Oh, she's in the next one. Sorry, I've been editing so much over the last
okay.
like month that I'm trying to remember who's where. My bad.
Actually,
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't
all three of the authors that we have in right now are going to be in Face Shivers as well, because we're working on the editing of that right now. So
I've already got the stories are already edited.
yeah, after I double checked everything's live as far as Into the Glen, I'm going to be working on the layout for Face Shivers to get it started. So, but Victor has a story in Face Shivers. Keely has a story there, and so does Aslan.
Yep.
And we'll be announcing on the blog, I believe, at the beginning of the month, the at least that wasn't it at the beginning of the month, the cover reveal for Face Shivers.
Yes.
I think that's what we decided.
Okay. Don't mind me. I too much going on, so sometimes I'm a little bumfuzzled.
That's all right though. That just makes things more fun. But I don't know about Patty, but I really enjoyed reading everybody's stories, and I can't wait for everybody to get their copies. Hint, hint. Buy copies. You know, because the stories in here were really good.
Yeah, the stories in Into the Glen, both versions are really good. The Into the Light are more light-based. I believe both of the authors we have on here now are in Under the Shade. Which
I think so.
Under the Shade is more dark fae.
Yep.
Some of the stories could have gone either way, and we moved them around based more on, well, this one has less than this one. But the two in question, both Victor's and Keely's, were
Definitely fit under the shade.
Dark fae. We didn't have to question that one.
No, those were two that were very easy to go. Yeah, those are going in under the shade. Here you go. So, but I love those kind of stories. I love the fact that people can use their imagination and they don't stick to the, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't, most of our authors don't stick to the normal that people expect fairies to be, or fae anything, you know, any type of fae. You know, they can, you know, y'all can take creatures that are like in Disney movies or, you know, whatever, and turn them from cute to holy crap, that scares me. And I like that because I know so much about fae that I'm surprised. It probably takes up like 3/4 of my brain space. Ask Patty. Anybody that has questions on fairy, 9 times out of 10, they come to me. They're like, hey, can you tell me about this? Can you tell me about that? And I'm like, okay. So, but that's what I like, you know, and the authors that we have just been so imaginative that it's just amazing what you guys have been able to give us. I don't think we have rejected any stories since we started.
Actually, we did with.
Oh, did we?
Wait.
No, we've rejected.
With Into the Glen, we had about, I think 10 that.
Oh, did we?
The stories were good, but we had so many with Into the Glen, we had to reject.
Oh, yeah, we would have, yeah.
So we
what I'm saying is that we haven't rejected because of, you know, because they don't match or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think we actually did make the choice on a couple of the stories that were Into the Glen because they were not themed. They didn't let the place show.
Yep.
More so. But we tried to pick the best that we could for, like I said, we had so many for Into the Glen. We could have probably done a third volume. We had so many.
Oh, no, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, we did that for Nightmare Whispers, and oh my goodness, was that painful because we had so many authors to work with, and it got very confusing very quickly.
I think we almost had enough for 4, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's how many authors submitted to us for that collection last year.
This year, Face Shivers has quite a lot. We are splitting Face Shivers into 2 volumes.
Yep. We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Well, we could if we wanted to refuse some of the stories, but all of the stories are so good that we really didn't see a point in it when we could just split the volume.
Yep.
We did that with Into the Glen because, again, all the stories we were getting were so good. Victor, actually, we refused him to start with because he had a few, the names in it were needing to be changed because of copyright issues and such as that. And
because I was going to say, how did we have a problem with? I was like, I didn't have a problem with Victor's. What are you talking about? This is what happens. See, she gets them, she goes through them, and then she hands them off to me. So it's like, I'm like, there wasn't anything wrong with Victor's. What are you talking about?
No, because Victor was brave enough to come and say, okay, there's copyright issues. Can I still submit if I change this? So we're very glad you did, by the way, Victor. But he went
and thank you for asking.
Yeah, we appreciate that you were willing to ask and you were willing to submit again. Because
actually, I was
having your story.
I was kind of skeptical to ask as well, you know, because I feared I might offend you if I asked. And still, you know, after 2 days of hesitation, I eventually mustered the courage to go ahead and ask you. And then you said yes. I spent like 3 or 4 nights, you know, at a stretch, modifying the story because it was not just the change of names. The story took an entirely different form. So I was doing that. And in addition to that, I was really grateful to Patty for extending the deadline because I think the date was 10th and I submitted on 12th or 13th of that month. And Patty still accepted. So that was something that was a big inspiration. It kept me awake for nights and they helped me churn up a story, you know, that was suitable. So I was glad, you know, the hard work.
Well, that's one thing that you'll get to know about us. Don't ever be able to ask, sorry, I'm tired. Don't ever be afraid to ask anything.
Usually we have a little bit of leeway in deadlines so that somebody comes to me and says, well, my story is almost done. Can I have a day or two? I can go,
Especially if you're a repeat author, if you've already been an author for us before, we're going to give you that extra time because we know what your stories are like and how good they are. So yeah, we're going to give you those couple, a couple more days if you need it to come in. As long as, we usually, I think what is it? As long as we have it in before like at least a month and a half before publishing. 2 months?
Usually it's I will extend it up to a month and a half because that gives us half a month for being able to get our edits to them, and then that gives them half a month to get it done. Because
right,
the deal with the publishing is we have to have the final version into the platform, whether it be Barnes and Noble or Amazon or wherever. We have to have it into the platform at least 14 business days before publication date. That's all the final files. After that, they don't allow the edits to be put in without having issues. I can do ridiculous. It. Just I don't like the issues.
No, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of people that have never self-published have no idea the work that actually goes into dealing with these companies. So, but we enjoy it because we want to do this. Don't ever doubt that. We might complain and whatever, yell and scream about usually Amazon. But we want to do this for everybody because for those of you that don't know why we started this company, we had some issues with some people that we wanted to get published with, and they pretty much told Patty she didn't fit in their theme, even though she fit perfectly. And then some other issues with me. And so we were like, you know what? Forget it. It's like, we're just going to start our own. And here we are 2 years later, 2.5 years later.
Something like that, yeah. The first one wasn't us putting out a call. It was us talking to our friends. Hey, we're going to do this anthology. You want to do it with us?
That was pretty much what we did because we were like, we may as well go to our friends first and we'll see how it works. And then we'll go from there. And it just went from there.
Emmeline Reese in the Facebook comments asked if B&N is better than Amazon with self-pub. Yes and no. Amazon has a greater reach, okay? But Amazon is an immense pain in the butt. Right now, I have to argue with them because they've taken away my ability to pre-order publish because I had messed up once on the date. They are extremely picky. They will literally bounce you out if you have anything wrong. We love Ivor. Ivor's one of our authors. We produced a book for him. Ivor had some minor issues with his book to start with, copyright issues, because he had published the poem on his website. Okay. And Amazon has since then decided that everything that Ivor is publishing, it's going to kick back unless it's perfect. And we have been fighting that for almost a year now. His book was published in March. So, since then, I have been daily going on there going, this is fixed now. But B&N is very picky about the cover. if your cover is a 0.0035 measurement off, it will kick it. You will not be able to publish because your cover is not perfect.
Yep.
So,
It has to be the exact number or they will go, nope, try again.
Oh my gosh.
so both of them have their difficulties. B&N overall is better for print, in my opinion. I use for doing ebooks, I use Draft to Digital and swear by them for ebooks. We had some problems right after Corona hit. 2020 was a mess. We had some problems with D2D's print option. People were getting books that were really badly made mistakes. I mean, like covers were printed backwards, and it was a mess. So we stopped using them for print. But what I do is D2D ends up getting kicked by Amazon because Amazon does not like anything you upload anywhere but them. So I do.
I don't like sharing.
Yeah, I do Amazon individually. I do D2D for the majority of the spaces that it covers. I do Google Play, although it takes me a bit. I'm behind on Google Play getting everything uploaded. I do Smashwords because they're like D2D. They have their extended catalog, but I don't like how their extended catalog is set up. So I do them just to get the books on Smashwords properly. You know, just their site exactly. And then I do Barnes and Noble for print, and I try and fight with Amazon for print only because Amazon is one of the largest book producers out there. They are also the most difficult to work with. So we have books available everywhere. And I always update our links to the books to read link, which is with Draft to Digital. And what it is you can change the link to whatever you want. And that link, I always name the book title. So that makes it easier for our readers to find our books. Like Into the Glen, each of theirs is bookstoread.com/Into the Glen. And then like the Into the Light one is Into the Glen, Into the Light. And the Under the Shade is Into the Glen, Under the Shade. So
yeah, see, she handles all the difficult stuff. I do all the easy stuff. I do the editing. I do the, I try to do as much of the marketing as I can. I try to answer questions and, stuff like that. But she's actually the one that does the hardest work because she does the layout and all that stuff and deals with them. But that's only because of the fact that she's more experienced at it. So she knows what she's doing. I have self-published 2 books. That's it.
I've been doing the self-publishing thing since 2010. So a lot of what I'm dealing with is stuff that I've been doing for so long. I know what the hell I'm doing. It's not hard. But a lot of the reason we do these anthologies is so that new authors, ones that are a little afraid of this process, can get an idea of how to do it. I mean, like Victor and Keely, this is your first time, both of you, getting published, isn't it?
Coffeehouse Writers published one of my stories in an anthology prior, to this, but I mean, outside of Coffeehouse Writers, yes.
And Coffeehouse Writers didn't explain, because I was in the Coffeehouse Writers anthology. They didn't explain the process, did they?
No, it was all Caitlin and Allie behind the scenes, which, I mean, I like Caitlin and Allie a lot, but I kind of wish there was more hands-on stuff for me.
Yeah.
You know, so I was kind of like, well, I would like to have had a little more experience with this kind of thing. So I kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we found that the way we do things, where we upload the rough drafts and tell people, look through this, that gives everybody a chance to see, okay, one, how it's going together. The book has to go together somehow. You have to be able to see, well, this is what this looks like. And you have to have a chance to go, well, I don't like my story where it's at. Maybe I don't like the person in front of me.
That would be a silly reason to have us move you, but you know, good example.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you need to see what's going on behind the scenes. And anybody that has questions, especially in our writer group, anybody that has questions on layout, on editing, on any of the process, I'm more than willing to help them through it. You want me to talk to you about how to do something so simple as publish? I'm willing to help you through it, because the way we look at it, we're all here together. We're all here to support each other. And keeping the information on how to publish to ourselves isn't going to help anybody.
No.
We want our authors to succeed.
Yep.
And the only way they're going to succeed is if they know what the hell they're doing.
So, and that's, you know, and that's what we're here to do, is to help you. You know, we're here to help you learn. We're here to help you be seen. You know, that's the biggest thing right there, is making sure that you get out there and your stories get out there, and, you know, and such. So, you know, because I mean, indie authors don't have it easy out there. It's a hard, you know, it's a hard market, you know, because you're fighting 50 million other independent authors that are trying to get out there. But, you know, working together makes a difference, because then you have people that are experts in various things all working together and teaching everybody that doesn't know things. You know, like, we've learned a lot about marketing over the last year, and, you know, that helped us a lot.
Which, admittedly, part of that was we did have a girl who was taking care of our marketing. Shout out to our KT.
Yep.
And it just, people move apart. And that's what we've had happen where she's concerned. But we learned a lot from her, and hopefully, I'm hoping she learned from us too. I mean,
right.
But if you guys, we have a Discord. I'll try and remember to put it in the comments after I get off this thing. The link to it. Even those that aren't in the anthologies are welcome in our Discord. We do have the anthologies separated into another room. You know, Into the Glen has its own room. Face Shivers has its own room.
Only the authors that are in the anthologies are allowed in those rooms.
Yeah.
But all the other ones are basic writing, you know, author stuff.
But that gives a platform for discussion. That gives people a place where when I'm surfing Facebook and find a call for submissions here in this group, I'll copy it and put it into Discord. There's a room for it. When we put up our calls for our anthologies, they always go into the Discord at least a month before they're available on the blog to give our writers a chance at it first. We, cool. And Lynn's on Discord with us. But,
is she?
yeah,
Good. Hi.
he's the squirrel. So, but we try to give those in our writing group first chance at it. Our Jenny's having trouble finding the way in. It's a link in the Discord, Jenny.
It's under the Into the Glen channel.
Yeah. We
Yep.
we try to make this group fun, the party room, because this is where we celebrate the releases, the book birthdays, like today's Into the Glen's book birthday. Okay, my brain just went. We try to celebrate writing in general in this group, and we encourage those that have been a part of this group to post and work with it. So we do try to get both the Facebook page postings done. We have a YouTube channel where we've been using for advertising. We have a TikTok now because my daughter convinced me that that was a good idea.
It is. It's a really good idea, honestly. If you need help with marketing, pardon me for interjecting here, but if you do need help with marketing, I have a part-time job and I go to school, but I'm usually up till about 3 in the morning, and I'm getting my second master's in marketing. So if you need anything, I'm here.
We definitely won't complain about the idea of the help.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, Cynthia and I have talked about the idea of getting one more intern. Aslan's one of our interns. Jenny, who is having trouble finding her way into the video, is another one.
I sent her a Facebook message with the link.
So we are very grateful that both of them were willing to help us, because before they joined, I was doing all the blog and all the publishing, and and Lily, Cindy, she was doing editing and marketing, and we had KT doing marketing because you can never have enough marketing. So,
Nope, it was crazy. Sorry about that. I was trying to adjust my Kindle and accidentally closed out.
Don't you love technology? It's okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a joy.
I was just telling Patty that if you guys need help with marketing, I am getting my second master's in marketing as of right now. And I have a part-time job and I go to school. But, whenever I'm available, if you guys need anything.
Well, that's good to know. Because the more help we have, the better.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen everything you guys do, and I think it's awesome. And I would be more than willing to help.
Well, thank you. We try to do our best. We love our authors. and we do our best to make sure that we take care of you, and that we do what we can to help you out with getting your writing out there, and getting better, and and things of that nature. So really, any questions you have, even if we don't have the answer, we will find an answer for you.
Oh yeah.
So, but 9 times out of 10, we'll probably have, one of us will have the answer for you.
Well, and we've been doing this for so long, because when I met Lily, she was looking to publish her first kids book like within the next year after I met her, and I helped her through that. I had at that point already been publishing for a while. So
yeah, because I went on Amazon and went, what? I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Help.
now we did have a couple. We did have a couple of drawings listed. Nobody has messaged me about the artwork that drawing is still open. I will, if anybody gets back to me within the next month, I will draw for that at exactly 1 month from today. So that helps. The drawing for the comments, however, we have Mike Guzman, which I know he's not in the viewers right now, but get back to us if there's a book in our catalog you want. You get a free ebook. So let us know. Not that many people commented, but I did have a little box with. Let's see if we can get it with the names in it. So I usually steal my boyfriend's hat to draw him out of, but I just did not feel with that today because he's got a big leather hat. So I just didn't feel like dealing with it today. So there was a box.
Yeah. Well, Jenny actually sent me proof of receipt of like 7 books, I think. I think she's got all of the Nightmare Whispers. She's got Playgrounds. She's got like a couple of them. But for my drawings that I have, so I'll be sending out a couple of pictures because her youngest wants the mermaid. And they also picked the red bird, the one that looks like the little dude on Sword in the Stone when he gets turned into a bird. That one. Yep. And then, and the mushroom house.
Nice.
So I'll be sending those off soon.
Well, like I said, the drawing for the resin piece, you guys have up to a month, and it's whatever resin piece of choice at that point. Jenny says that Cassie loves the bird. So. When we do this on StreamYard, Jenny's backstage. Let's see. There we go.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
How are you guys? I'm sorry I am very late. I had to figure out StreamYard, and various things are happening with Renee that hurt.
Well, when we're doing this on StreamYard, it doesn't tell me who is commenting on Facebook. I had to pull it up on my other screen.
I pulled Facebook up, the Facebook comics up on my phone.
Yeah, because all it tells me is Facebook user.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, This person,
Right.
over here, because it
Yeah, the
doesn't.
girls have been asking if they could talk you into the pictures, and then you did the thing, and I'm like, I wonder if 7 will work for both of them.
Well,
All you had to do was just message me and ask, because I mean, I would gladly print off copies or, send copies or whatever of the pictures
Okay,
that they want. So you can just, ask if you want them, ask.
okay. And the girls appreciate them.
I'm glad. Yeah, I will get those out to them soon.
Awesome.
So do you have any questions for any of us? Since
I'm trying as inspiration from Patty. I am working on. I had put the ghost story on the side, and I've actually been working on the poem anthology. And I had wanted to know how the pictures and getting it published would work, and if she would help me with that.
absolutely. Um, the Once you have your manuscript, most places will do PDF or Word, but like Drive to Digital, if you upload PDF or Word, they're going to change your layout, they're going to change your words, whatever font they want. I mean, you can control it with the side, but they change it. And if
Okay.
you've got just right, that irks me personally. I would rather
Okay.
them put it up the way I wanted it to start with. So with them, you need EPUB to make it where they don't change it at all.
Okay.
Amazon, they prefer PDF, or now they're taking EPUB, but that's not one they used to take. That's a new
it's
thing.
always PDF.
Yeah, but PDFs always work for Amazon. Barnes and Noble prefers PDF. So once you have your story finished, you've got everything written that you want, and you want to put it up, your best bet is to put it into PDF. Lay it out the way you want, and put it into a PDF, and then it is literally as simple as upload file.
Okay.
That
Okay,
is
that's my
literally the extent of what you have to do with all of them. And then put in the choices like the title and such as that.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if I'd be able to do it through Fake Corpse or not.
you can.
You can't? I can? Okay.
And if you go with us, there's a contract we do. Now, mind you, our package includes, we help you with the marketing, getting you out there. We do the layout and make sure it looks right for you.
Okay.
Work on cover design with you. And for all of what we do, our contract gives us 20% of the profits.
Okay.
Which most people don't mind. I'll tell you, traditional publishers do it the other way around. The author gets 20% and the publisher gets 80%.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
And we're not going to do that. So.
No.
Okay. And I appreciate that.
We can also help you with editing too if you need any, like if you need any help, like anybody to read over it or, look over it or whatever before you want it published. We can do that for you too.
Okay, because my general plan was to send it to you anyway because you guys are basically 2 of my best friends at the moment. So you guys have become 2 of the most awesome people in my life. and I appreciate that.
Yeah, we have, after this, we're going to be starting on Beulah Vega's chapbook. She's got a poetry book. It's coming out on the 31st of this month.
Yep, we have no
And-
breathing space from now until the middle of November.
Yeah.
Like there's no breathing space in there at all. We have 3 more books because we have Beulah, then we have Raz, and then we have our anthology coming out.
And we also possibly have a children's book in September, depending on whether or not the girl's able to get me.
Oh
With-
yeah.
She tried to call me on Discord, but I was asleep, so
Okay.
I have to figure out what she wanted. But
Oh yeah, we need to definitely get together
We-
on
we
my part at some point.
overbooked ourselves badly this time, more so than usual. Next year, we're not going to overbook ourselves this bad.
No, this year we had like, just boom, 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 boom. I mean, there's been like no breathing space at all since March.
Yeah.
Yeah, since March. So it's like, and we were talking about it and we're like, not doing that again. So we have our anthologies are already set for next year. We know when they're coming out, except for the our Halloween one. We haven't decided on the date. We just know it's going to be somewhere in October.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have one author that we just. When did we do Heather's first book?
I'm wanting to say April.
Somewhere back in the spring. We
Yeah.
did her first book, and now
April.
we're going to do her second book in February, and then her third book will be coming out in October, maybe.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, we have nothing else for the year. We're like, that's, it's like we might take one or two other authors, if they come to us, because I think I don't know if I put out the call yet or not, but I'm going to put it up that if anybody wants us to, as a single author, if you want to be published next year, you need to let us know by the 31st of this year, December 31st. It's like, if we don't hear from you by then you're going to have to wait until 2023.
Even then, we are going to limit how many.
I'm
Exactly.
putting my thing in now.
But we'll do maybe, I think probably just for whoever's watching this, probably maximum we could probably do two more authors.
Okay.
Because we did
So-
one in January,
February.
one in February. I think, I'm not sure, but I think maybe February was when we did Heather's. It was either February, March, or April. It was sometime in that.
It was in spring. It was
Yeah.
in the spring at some point. We've had so many books come out this year. We're kind of lost it when they came out.
Well, I know March was Ivor's, but beyond that, I'm not sure
Right.
who came out. Ivor was March. Bonnie Winslow Christ. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name.
I think it's Christ,
Either way, she
but I
was
don't know.
she was our late January, early February. So
That's right. That's right. Yep. So
we already know the titles for next year, because next year the anthologies are going to be Fairy Flying, which is going to be all about self-care.
mhm.
Seeking Stories, which is like D&D style adventure stories, and Darkness Screams is going to be our Halloween anthology.
Okay. So if you guys want to be in those, start thinking. We would love to see. We would love to see. The three of you that are in those anthologies.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
we might decide to do a anthology in around the middle of the year for charity.
For Rev. Mm-hmm.
We've had a couple of our authors talking to us about the idea of doing a charity anthology, and we like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
That is something we may decide to do. We have to see how the scheduling falls on all of it, because we still have to have the time to do it, regardless.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. So that's why we're trying to get everything situated now, so that way we know what we're doing next year. And then that way we know if we have any leeway for anybody that wants to just kind of squeak in there.
Yeah.
So.
Because like the children's book that we're supposed to be doing for, her name is Denise. I'm not sure what her last name is. She was a last minute add to our group, as far as, we were like, okay, we can squeeze her in. Beulah came to me last year. Ivor came to us last year. Bonnie came to us last year. I think we squeezed Heather in.
We did. Yeah, she was a last minute. I think she was like after Denise.
Yeah. But Heather was a dream to work with. So.
And we've both known, it helps when we know people, when we've known people for a while, that helps too. If they're either prior authors or we've known them for a bit. And I've known Heather for 5 years now.
I think
so. And I've known
these books, at least, not a little longer. So
maybe, So I mean, we're not like a typical publishing company where it's just we're the publisher, you're the author, that's it. We want to be more personal. We want to be more personable, because the way we look at it is, we want everybody to feel comfortable with our company. Yes, we still follow the guidelines that we have to, with the companies that we put our books up on. But in our community, we want to build that community. We want to have everybody, comfortable and know that they can come to, any of us on the FACOR team asking questions, even if it's just as simple as, hey, when's the deadline for this again? Just email us, pop on Discord. If you're on our friends list on Facebook, you can message us there. We're not one of those that know you can only do it this way. No, it's like, that's why we always make sure everybody knows this is our email. We're both on Facebook. I'm on Instagram more than she is, so you could message me on there if you needed to.
We have a Twitter, which we too.
Of course we have our blog and such.
Yeah, I get the messages when people send messages to us on Twitter, so there are lots of options. Also, the okay, my brain just went.
I was like, uh-oh. I know that look. Her brain just went whoop.
That happens a lot to me.
And as you see, we try to make it fun too. We do not, we're not going to sit here and just go, okay, this is all we're talking about. It's like, we're going to do the live, we'll talk about the authors and then that's it. No, it's like you don't get to, people need to know who's behind the company, who's behind the books, or the stories or whatever, so this is why we do this.
I mean, okay, the anthologies, there's two types we do. There's a paid anthology where we limit the amount of people because that we have to be able to pay them all from the amount that comes in.
Yeah.
So we don't make, as a company, any money on that. Any of the paid anthologies
all goes to the authors.
All goes to the authors. Then there's the unpaid ones where I don't have to limit the amount of people that goes in, and like Fairy Flying is going to be unpaid. That one, we have no problems arranging for the authors to get author copies of the book, which if you sell the book because you bought author copies, whatever you make on that book is yours. But anything that comes in profit-wise, that's our company's money. That's how we have money.
We have to make something.
We make money off of the individual authors because, again, we get 20% of what they make on the book, which we don't feel like that's unfair because we put in the work for it.
Right.
Like I said, we offer book covers, we offer editing, we offer layout. These are things that the author doesn't have to deal with. We help with marketing. This is something the author has to deal with marketing. That's just a thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna have to do some marketing as an author, but we will help you market your book. So, Victor or Keely, if either one of you want to do, a single author book, you just come to us. We'll talk about it. If you want to do it, you'll sign the contract, and then, we'll help you with the editing. We'll help you with the layout. We'll help you with, like she said, we'll help you with all of it. Just don't expect us to do all of the marketing or all of the editing, because we expect you to at least do some editing before you hand it to us.
Right.
We work with new authors, we work with old authors. It doesn't matter to us, but we do try to make it where the authors have some say in their own book. Now, we have had an author that we separated ways with because he was expecting video chats to set up his book and all that. And while I can understand that, I'm not a video person. This is about as much video as I can do.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at it. So.
Which is funny because she's the one that's been talking most of the video.
That's because I'm nervous. It's easier to talk.
I know.
I understand that.
I get that.
I do too. I don't like videos either. So, but I mean, like she said, we ended up parting with an author because he was expecting a lot out of us, a lot more out of us than what he'd already been told.
And his book was good, and there was nothing wrong with it. It's just we did not mesh. That happens. I mean,
and we do our best if we have to part ways with authors. We do our best to do it as nicely as possible because we don't want them leaving with sorry to put it this way, but with a bad taste in their mouth. Because it's like if you need to be adult enough to realize that, okay, this isn't working because I want my book this way, but they don't want to do it this way. But you have to be, adult enough to go, okay, but I'm not going to sit here and badmouth them because we didn't agree. That's the thing. It's like, because, we tried to talk to him. Patty messaged him a million times. And he didn't answer, until like a day or so after she posted the question. So I mean, communication is a big thing when you're an indie author. If you're with a publishing company, whether it's us or a big company, you need to communicate. You need to have open communication. We need to be able to get a hold of you when we have questions, and you need to be able to get a hold of us when you have questions, and that's what we try to do.
Yeah, that's part of why we put Discord. That's part of why, I mean, like anytime Victor's had questions, he's messaged me on Facebook. We've got Discord, we've got email. These are things we check on a regular basis. Instagram, we check it. We have all of the social medias. There's a Tumblr account for Faycore. There's well, I won't say we have all of them because I did not like what I was reading about the parlor webs.
I think Parlor's still a thing. I could be wrong, but I think
I
it's
think they put down Parlor.
yeah. Because they tried to film Mike Pence on there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't sit well with me, so I didn't want our company attached to it, you know?
Yeah.
But we've got a TikTok, we've got a YouTube, we've got all of the major social medias. I didn't set up a MeWe either because I didn't understand it, to be honest. I set me up one. I didn't understand it well enough to set up one for the company. If I don't understand it, we're not usually going to do it because, you know, it's got to be something where it's understood before I worry with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There she is.
This is why I hate switching over to look at the chat here on StreamYard, because that's why I keep exiting out because I hit the wrong button. I'm so used to just hitting a back button and it just going back to where I what? No, that exits you out.
This
Yeah.
is the first time I've ever been on StreamYard. Like I've never used it before.
Well, we only started using it because KT had started. That's what she uses when she does live chats and stuff. So she, and plus, like Patty was explaining to Aslan earlier, this one we can have as many people as we want in the chat room, and they're not going to kick us out after 45 minutes.
Well, I can only have 6 on the screen, but we can move people in and out of the studio.
Yeah.
But I'm not limited to how many people join at all. It's just I can only have 6 on the screen at any given time.
Right.
So, which works because most of the time, yeah.
This is usually about the amount of people that we have show up anyway. So, but it's okay because everybody can watch it. Since it's on replay, you can watch it later for whatever you missed.
And being as we have gone over an hour, and this has been a fun hour.
It has been.
I think I'm going to call it here, if you guys don't mind.
Thank you for letting me join.
Oh, and
We're glad that you guys came on.
We very well are.
Glad to now have I now have voices to match to the faces for our people here. So that helps. I love your accent, by the way, Victor. I'm sorry. I just had to say that before we logged off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
and
we love the fact that we've got authors all over the globe. I mean, we've got Australian authors, we've got Indian authors, we've got I think we had a Scottish author in Nightmare Whispers.
I think we did. Yeah, we had a Scottish author.
So we've got, it's not just
Canadian,
US.
Tish, so we have Tish. She's from Canada.
Yeah.
So
we really do love the fact that we're international.
That helps too, because having a diverse author community helps us all, like I said earlier, helps us all learn from each other, So because I know things are done different here in the US than they are in other countries. So we always like to learn, it's like, well, we do things this way. How do y'all do it over there,
And it allows for us also to get a bit of a diversity in the story base. I mean, everybody from the same town in Smallville, USA is going to be writing one style. But if you go across everywhere... Hi, Mike. By the way, you won the drawing.
Where's Mike at?
in the chat, not chat, the comments.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I gotta
How can you
refresh
tell who's
here.
reading my Facebook comments?
So
I can't.
You have to have like 2 different screens.
Well, the
But-
thing is with StreamYard is you can watch this on Facebook. You can watch it on YouTube.
well, I've got to upload it to YouTube. It automatically posts to Facebook.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, it automatically posts to Facebook, and then we're going to post it on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a little long for TikTok because TikTok tends to be real short videos.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, so we probably won't be able to put that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But-
can put like we could put like little bits maybe.
Yeah. We can do links to the video on
Mhm.
Twitter and Instagram or whatever. So
Right, exactly. So I could, I can go on Instagram because I usually handle Instagram. So I'll just go on there and I'll put like, the link and put like a picture of something, and people then can click link and, go watch the video.
Yeah.
So
this has been a fun release party, and I am so grateful you all decided to show up.
me too. I'm glad y'all showed up. I'm glad for everybody watching us. I'm glad for everybody that's, huh?
I can't wait to
Would you-
read them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna love these stories. They're amazing. And we are looking forward to our next release party.
Which
will
we
be
will
in
probably
November.
do. Well, we'll probably do a smaller one for Beulah Vegas at the end of the month.
Oh
And
well,
then-
yeah. I meant for the anthology.
yeah.
So we hope to see everybody there. And I guess we'll go ahead and
Yeah, I'm
we
going to
will-
go ahead and end the broadcast, guys.
yep. Mwah. Jenny, stay on. Don't go anywhere.